Hello, movie lovers. Welcome to Does It Hold Up? Oscar Redux. This is the show where I go back in time to discuss Academy Awards from the past to let you know who I think should have won 9 of the biggest awards of the night. We all know the Academy isn't always 100% on who should actually win, so I just like going back to give you guys my opinion on which movies I would have picked out of the nominees. Let me know in the comments below who you would have picked this year. It doesn't have to be just from the nominees, it could be any movie that came out this year. I stick to just doing nominees because it gets a little messy if I just start throwing in the most random movies. So, last week we did 2017. Everybody seemed to like that one. So let's see if we can roll with it into 2018. With me, as always, is Emily, the disembodied voice, who will be reading out the categories, who the Oscars picked, before I jump in and tell you my thoughts. As always, we're going to get started with whatever the hell Emily decided to pick this week.
This week we are starting with actor in a supporting role. The nominees this year were Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project; Woody Harrelson, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri; Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water; Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World; and Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. The winner? Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Real quick before I give you who my winner is, shout out to Christopher Plummer this year for jumping into this movie late and redoing all of the scenes when the Kevin Spacey stuff all happened, and then getting nominated for an Academy Award for his performance. This is something he just kind of like jumped into, and he's just so damn good that somehow it became an Oscar-nominated performance. Just like, round of applause for you, sir. Excellent job. Who I'm gonna go with is actually just Sam Rockwell. I'm going to stick with what the Academy picks because I think they got this one 100% right. He was fantastic in this movie. If I had to pick somebody else, I probably would have went with Woody Harrelson, his co-star in that movie, because their performances were just stellar in an overall great movie.
Actress in a supporting role. The nominees this year were Mary J. Blige, Mudbound; Allison Janney, I, Tonya; Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread; Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird; and Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water. The winner? Allison Janney, I, Tonya.
This one's a tough one for me because I want to keep it with Allison Janney for I, Tonya, but also Laurie Metcalf in Lady Bird is phenomenal. And these two actresses, like, who do you pick between them? They're both just so good, and this year was like their year. Laurie Metcalf, any other Academy Awards, wins this award easily. It's just she came up against a juggernaut in Allison Janney for I, Tonya. I don't know what to do here. So I'm going to keep it with Allison Janney because I think she's phenomenal. I think I, Tonya was a little bit underrated of a movie. I think the movie's much better than a lot of people thought it was or what the critics kind of thought it was. Her performance is such a standout in it, but let's not take away from what Laurie Metcalf did because she's also very deserving of this award.
Moving on to writing adapted. The nominees this year were Call Me By Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan, Molly's Game, and Mudbound. The winner? Call Me By Your Name.
First time I'm going to disagree with the Academy on this episode because I'm giving the award to Logan. I know, crazy, right? It's a comic book movie, but not really. I mean, this movie still works even if you take away some of like the superhero-ness of it and the superpowers, because it's just the story of a beaten down old man who's rediscovering a purpose in life. And it harkens back to a ton of like old westerns. They even make references to movies in the movie that this one's mirroring. So it's just so well done, and I think it really deserved it here. I think it's transitioned beyond just a comic book movie and become a great movie in its own right, and it all starts with that script.
Writing original. The nominees this year were The Big Sick, Get Out, Lady Bird, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. The winner? Get Out.
Holy what a stacked category this is. Like, all 5 of these movies should probably have an Academy Award for writing. Like, it's incredible that this was the competition. This was the level of competition at this Academy Awards. I'm gonna keep it with Get Out because that movie's just on a whole nother level. But at the end of the day, give it to any one of these 5 movies and I'd be okay with it. Like, I can't think of a reason why I shouldn't give it to 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Why I shouldn't give it to Lady Bird. But because I can't think of a way to, or think of a reason to take it away from Get Out, that's just the right choice. Keep it with them.
Next is actor in a leading role. The nominees this year were Timothée Chalamet, Call Me By Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out, Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, and Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel, Esquire. The winner? Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour.
Ooh, swing and a miss for the Academy on this one. I think Gary Oldman is a wonderful actor. He's somebody who always understands the assignment, because every time he's in a movie, I have to kind of look and go, is that Gary Oldman? Let me look that up. Holy shit, that's Gary Oldman, because he just transforms himself so much into these characters, and that's really what a great actor is supposed to do. But I'm going to give it to Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out, because the little intricacies of his performance, the little subtle looks, the little subtle movements, these little things he does as a performer in this movie to sell the story and what's actually happening is extremely difficult for the most seasoned actors. So for somebody to kind of come up out of nowhere, and he's been in other things before this movie, but this is the one that made him name recognized, and to put in something like that, we should reward it. So Daniel Kaluuya.
Actress in a leading role. The nominees this year were Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Margot Robbie, I, Tonya, Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird, and Meryl Streep, The Post. The winner? Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Sorry, I'm going to disagree wholeheartedly on this one, because this award was and should have been rightfully Sally Hawkins for The Shape of Water. She is mesmerizing in a movie where she doesn't speak. Like, she has to portray everything with her hands, with her face, with her body. It is one of the best performances of the entire decade, let alone of the year. I don't know if she split the vote or how it worked out, but Frances McDormand is great in 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, but she gets lost in the shuffle of everything, especially up against some of the co-stars she has in it, which we already talked in the supporting actor category. I just don't think she really stands out enough to win, but Sally Hawkins is so incredible in every movie she's ever done, and we should have given her the award here, and I don't know why the Academy didn't.
Best Directing. The nominees this year were Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, Guillermo del Toro, The Shape of Water, Greta Gerwig, Lady Bird, Christopher Nolan, Dunkirk, and Jordan Peele, Get Out. The winner? Guillermo del Toro, The Shape of Water.
Once again, this category is just loaded here. I really want to give it to Jordan Peele for Get Out as like a debut film, and he does something this incredible and this captivating. But I'm gonna keep it with Guillermo del Toro, because at the end of the day, The Shape of Water is just a phenomenal picture, and he got to showcase what he is as a director. He probably should already have an Academy Award for something like Pan's Labyrinth, because that movie is also incredible. But here, he really showcases what he learned as a director through all of these years that he's been doing this work, because this movie, top to bottom, what he did with it is so beyond what any other movie that year was doing. So they made the right choice with Guillermo del Toro, but a very close second was Jordan Peele.
Best Animated Feature. The nominees this year were The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent. The winner? Coco.
Throw a little shade here. The Boss Baby probably shouldn't be nominated in this category, but I understand why it was. It was a very popular movie when it came out, but that doesn't speak to how good of a quality movie that it was. But Coco is the rightful winner here. I mean, all you really have to do is point to one specific scene to know why it won, and it's the bridge of petals of flowers that they're crossing over from the land of the dead to the land of the living. That entire scene when he's running across and sinks into, oh my God, what an incredible, incredible scene. And then the story on top of it, and the voice acting and the music, and this movie is just maybe one of Pixar's best movies of all time. Is that weird to say? It's definitely in top 5, so it deserved this award.
And finally, Best Picture. The nominees this year were Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. The winner? The Shape of Water.
The winner? Yeah, The Shape of Water. Everything I said about Guillermo del Toro, him winning the Best Directing Oscar, goes for this movie as well. Everything about this, every level of this movie just works. And it works to the highest level as well. Layers upon layers of performances and visuals and storytelling, script. This movie is so... If you've never seen it, go watch it. If you've seen it, revisit it, because every revisit of this movie shows you something new as well. There's a different character to connect to. Somebody commented on the last video about how come I don't add movies in that weren't nominated. What would I actually have picked? And I'll tell you right now, if I could go back in time for real and change who got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, I would do Michael Shannon for The Shape of Water, because he's also phenomenal in it. Like, there's nothing bad about The Shape of Water. Overall, it was clearly the best picture of the year. So great job, Academy, on getting that one right. All right, that's it for the show this week, of me going back in time to 2018 to redo the Academy Awards and tell you who I think should have won. It's just my opinion, though. So let me know in the comments below what your opinion is. Did I pick some of the right ones? Did you agree with who the Academy had? Or who would you have picked for any of these awards, or any of them from the award show at all? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, because we'll be back in a couple days with another Oscar Redux as we're getting closer and closer to March 2nd, the 2025 Academy Awards. I'm trying to get caught up before those debut, so there might be one or two coming each week until we get there. So like, share, subscribe so you don't miss a video from us. And until I see you again, just remember to be good to yourself, kind to others, and keep watching movies.